Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Blaster. Bless you with the truth. This road rage series. I done had so many of them that I done lost track. But today I'm talking about MGTOW versus the Bible in regards to marriage. Now, remember, I'm the Truth Blaster. I talk about all subjects. And it's a big argument on YouTube about MGTOW, which is men going their own way. A lot of women don't like it. A lot of women try to act like they don't care. But the fact of the matter is they do care. And it's affecting everything from dating to married people and everything else. Now, a lot of the things that these guys talk about, I knew in my 20s. But sometimes you get away from things, especially when you start serving the Most High. But I'm gonna touch on it a little in depth today. MGTOW versus the Bible. Does the Bible agree with the concept? A lot of it, yes. It don't agree with the pump and dump. It don't agree with the promiscuity, but it agrees with monk mode. Like when people say, I'm not finna just try to mess with all these women, just forget it. And it also agrees with the male being the king, male being the head. That's the Bible teaches that. Anybody that don't like it, including y'all pastors who getting punked by y'all wives, some of y'all, including y'all church people who think you know everything, tell me I'm wrong on this, and I'm gonna give you scripture. Going to Genesis, when the Most High created Adam, it says that the Most High, I don't like, again, for those of you that don't know, I don't like using the word Lord or God. I know what these words mean, and I know how you translate from different languages, so I don't like using these words. So you'll hear me say Most High. So it says, the Most High formed man from the dust of the ground. It don't say formed women. Woman, the word woman, woe, comes from the same word, the same root that we get wound. W-O-N-D. O-U-N-D, excuse me. W-O-U-N-D. And it comes from the same word that we get womb. W-O-M-B. It comes from the same root. So that's their name, and the name was given that because the Most High created a wound in Adam to create the woman. So this is why Adam had dominion. Eve didn't have dominion. Adam had dominion. And people say, well, that was before the fall. Well, you're right. It was after the fall too. He said that man would be her head, basically. But he said that it is not good. I'm finna show you something. That man should be alone. I will make him a helper suitable to him. So when you're dealing with the scripture, once someone errs away from it, then you got to go back to the beginning of that particular scripture. So if women are not being helpmeet, they're not being helpers, then you go back to the beginning. Man being alone, you got to excuse the glare. Let me see if I can. I'm right past the sun. But just pay attention to what I'm saying. So when you have women that are masculine acting, that are argumentative, that go against the vision that the man has, then either they get in line or you go back to the beginning, being alone. That's the way it is. Now, the flip side, the Most High gave us, and Coach Greg Adams and other people, and many people on YouTube have elaborated on Jezebel. Because Jezebel is the flip side of marriage. Jezebel is the prototype of what a woman will be when she's not submitted to her husband and when her husband is passive. If you passive, you are not fit to lead a family and you're not fit to lead a woman. Because when she gets out of line, you're supposed to put her back in line. That's the way it is. Because if she embraces, see, people try to change the marriage concept. If she embraces the marriage concept, then she's embracing the Most High's concept that she is supposed to be following the man. Anything else, any old weirdo stuff, is not biblical. That's just the way it is. So, as long as she is a helper, meaning she's helping the vision, that's where we get the word division, divorce from, is when you have two visions or multiple visions. So, no matter how you try to spin it, no matter how anybody tries to look at it, if you are married, I don't care if your husband is an atheist, you married him. You either break away from him and everybody that mess with you committed adultery, or you submit to him and try to make your life right so that he can get his right. There's no in between. There's no in between. Like, you go to any Christian church, and I saw this, I was a member at 3 churches. It was ordained, everything, the whole 9 miles. You'll see these guys trying to serve God, but in the process of doing so, they're getting punked by their wife. Their wives are running things. When they supposed to be like, after she done talk too much, all right, go on and sit down somewhere. But they won't do it because they're Ahab. So, again, MGTOW, the Bible agrees with monk mode. If you can't find a wife that's suitable to you, that's going to submit to you, and yes, by the way, not in the United States, not in some marriages today, but originally polygyny was biblical, and the Most High even gave David Saul's wife. So whether my wife gets mad, and she got mad over that, the truth, I told her, like, I'm not going to do that to you because I didn't come in like that, but D, you can't. So you saying God is evil? So, but anyway, if she is a helper, she shuts her mouth, she's focusing on herself, which if you out of line and your wife is intact, far as she's faithful, she's loyal, she doesn't do evil things, then try to pray it away, and she's loyal to you and submissive to you, you better be careful then. Because if she's like Sarah and you don't treat her right, that's when you might have problems. That's when you might have problems. According to God's will. Like, everything is according to God's will. So if it's something that the Most High wants, then, and she knows it, and you're going against it, that's not good. But nonetheless, I say this to all you women, all you wives, and a lot of wives